Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Cosmic Run. Now earlier today, Idly and I played the competitive game. While it was fresh in my mind, I figured I'd show you the solo mode, although I do have a beef with the rules. So I'm not going to rehash all of the rules. If you want to see the rules, go check out the competitive video. The big differences between the two modes is how the meteor behaves. In the solo mode of the game, and here's the solo card for that, no matter if you have 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1 planet, a meteor will always hit whatever the blue die says. In the 2+ player game, you sum the red dice first to see if it hits at all. But in the solo mode, it always hits, unless you roll a 6. Now, what happens if, over the course of 3 rounds, you roll the same number? Rounds 1, 2, and 3, you roll a 3. Oh, game over. Yeah, that's the lose condition. Your objective is to get all of your ships to the top of these tracks before you lose a single planet. So it's possible for the player to lose in 3 rounds. Statistically, probably not probable, but it's still possible. I've played X-Wing and other dice games. I know that it is possible to roll 3 3s in a row or 3 1s in a row. It's possible. So I don't like that the developer kind of sets the gamer up for failure right out of the gate. And it's even mentioned in the cooperative rules. Here's the cooperative card with two or more players co-op. When you've got 5 planets, you actually do sum up the red numbers to see, and then you check to see if the blue die hits. So on a 4 or greater with co-op, the blue die will hit whatever number was rolled. So even in the co-op version, they were nice to you, at least with 5 planets, and allowed the possibility of a meteor missing. Of course, in the co-op game on planets 4 through 1, if there's only 4, 3, 2, or 1 planet left, it will always hit. But at least they gave you some leeway in the beginning of the game. In solo mode, no such thing, and I don't agree with that. And because of that, I am going to modify it so that it's like the co-op game. I'm going to say on, say, a 5 or better, it will hit whatever the blue number is for the first... if I've got 5 planets on the table, on a 5 or greater, it will hit. 4 or lower, it will not, whatever the blue die is. I'm just going to give myself that extra leeway, that extra space. Another big difference between the solo mode and the competitive mode is that you can actually spend your victory points to do cool things. You start with 5 dice, not 6, but 5 every round. However, you can spend 2 victory points to get that 6 die for that turn only. You can also spend 5 victory points to completely shield a planet, but you have to do that before you roll dice. So it's possible that, you're shielding a planet that won't even get hit this turn, which kind of sucks. And that shield only lasts for that turn. I would rather modify the rules so that when I spend 5, it's because I know something is about to be hit. So let's say that I had 2 damage already on this, and I rolled a 2, and if I had 5 victory points over here, I could shield it for that turn. I would rather do something like that, because again, you're spending 5 points on a 1 in 6 chance that the die will actually land on the one that can kill you that turn. So again, it doesn't seem all that fair to me, in my opinion, but, that's how it goes. Again, my objective is get all 5 of my ships up here and do that before one of these planets gets destroyed by the meteors. You're going to remove 15 of these alien cards from the game. You start at 0 tech, and there's no mention in the rulebook about crystals, unfortunately, at least when it comes to solo mode. Here's a quick snapshot of the solo mode, and if you want to pull up the PDF separately, you can totally do that on the developer's website. But there's no mention of crystals. I'm assuming that you can spend technology to get crystal tokens and then spend those for extra dice too. I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm going to assume you can. Otherwise, this 3 and 5 are worthless on the tech card. So I guess with that being said, let's just jump into it and see how this goes. I will be scoring throughout the game as well. If I manage to get to the top of a track, I score that. However, I score the full amount if no meteor has hit it yet. Then I divide it by 2 if 1 meteor has hit it, and I divide it by 3 if 2 meteors have hit it. So if I score this is 10, If I score that, and there's 2 meteors on it already, 10 divided by 3 is 3, rounded down. So I would get 3 victory points to spend for future rounds, is how that would work. All right, let's do it. 2 victory points. I want that die, and we are going to... All right. This is 3. Great. So per my modified rules, 5 or lower, this would not hit. So we are good for this round. I think I want to assign that one there. 2 and a 4. I kind of want to get these cards quickly, but I really don't have... I'll just do 2 3s, 2 2s, and I'm going to re-roll that. And it's a 3, which I can't do anything with, so I'm going to put that over here. I go up by 1, I go up by 2, and I take this card. And that allows me to spend a 2 to anything I want. But I can only play this card 1 time. I can also cash these sets in early throughout the game to get victory points as well, whether I've used them or not. So I'm going to put this, I guess, down here for right now. And I've used that one, and I've got these. All right, I'm going to spend another 2 victory points to get another 6 die for this round. I have a feeling I'm going to need them. All right. All right, it's a 5 or greater is what I said, didn't I? Yeah. So this is going to hit the number 2. Didn't the number 2 come up already? Just saying, I would have been on my second one already had I been playing by the normal rules. Okay, so I think I need to get this done quickly. I'm going to put 2 6s here. I'm going to put 2 2s here. And I've got a 5 and a 3, which I can't do anything there. I can put the 5 here to get that card. And this 3, I'm going to roll 2. Okay, that just goes over here. So that goes up. And this goes up by 2. And I get this card here. I'm going to put these underneath like this to show that I can use these at some point. All right, moving on. Round 3, I'm going to spend another 2 points. All right, let's see what we got. It's a 6. It wouldn't have happened anyway, so no meteor hits anything. I kind of want to get this done before crap happens. So I'm going to do 2s and 5s, and that'll score that. 3s and 6s. I don't see any 3s or 6s out here. I could modify stuff if I want, but I just want to see what I get from this reroll. A 5 and a 2. There's a 2 there. And the 5, I will reroll that. 2. Okay, I'm just going to put that there. All right, so that goes up by 1. I get this card, and I score that board. Okay, not terrible. So I'm going to get 15 divided by 2 because there's 1 meteor there, and that's what? Divided by 2, 6 times 3, 7, 4. So I get 7 points there. So I'm going to take a 2, 2, and a 1. All right, and put those over here. And this board gets flipped over. All right, not terrible. All right, cool. New card gets replaced. Another green one. All right, I'm going to spend 2 points to roll that 6 die again. All right. It is a 9. Okay, so from here on out, I'm just... Whatever number comes up, I guess, is what I'll accept. Meteor's going to hit number 1. So I am going to put this on 1. Now, this is take a free turn. I have to wonder, and again, it's not mentioned in the rulebook if there's any difference, but I have to wonder if a free turn in this case simply means I can take another turn without rolling dice and observing the comet. It doesn't say. This is the only snapshot when it comes to single player. So, like, some of these cards won't even make sense to even take them. If this just gives me an extra turn, but I still have to roll dice, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So I feel like some of these cards should have been taken out of the pool if they don't make any sense to begin with. That's another thing. Again, I think the developer could have focused more on. But anyway, we've got 4, 4, 5, 6, 6, and this 1. Okay, I put that down there. That means I can re-roll everything, but I've got these cards I should probably start using. This 6, I can turn a 6 into anything. I can turn a 1 into anything. And I can turn I can adjust the die up by 1 on anything. So what if I did, I don't know. What if I did that and rotated this to the 1 and then upped this 5 to a 6? All right. So now I've got 3 6s, which I will use here. And I still have 1 use of that. And with these 2 4s, I'm just going to re-roll those and see what I get. It's a 2 and a 6. Of course it would be a 2 and a 6. I'm just going to put one of them over here and then do that. It's a 3. I don't see, yeah. So I'm going to get 2 over here. And I'm going to move that up by 1. And that's, oh, and this one up by 1. All right. I am going to spend 2 points to keep the 6 dice. I feel like that's super important in this solo mode, is keeping up with those 6 dice. Give yourselves more options. Okay. Number 4 is going to take a hit. So that goes there. I feel like I need to work on this immediately. Let's see. I need to get 4 of a kind. That's going to be the hardest thing, is getting that 4 of a kind. I can turn a 2 into anything with this card. And I can turn, yeah. I feel like I should just re-roll everything at this point. Yeah. Unless I go for another card. 2 and 4 lets me, I think, re-roll a single die. But I kind of want to get these done quickly. Alright, I'm going to re-roll everything. And hope that I get more 3 of a kind, or at least more 1s. Okay. 5, 5, 6. Is there anything I can do? I can turn a 6 into anything I want. And I can turn, yeah, that's still only 3 of a kind if I did that. I have to assign one of them unless I re-roll. I could spend this to up a pip by 1, but that really wouldn't help me at all. I feel like I need to wait. Okay. See, the problem is if I assign too many dice down here, then I lose out on... then it'll go to 7 and I'll lose the excess. So I kind of want to spend dice here as much as possible. So I think what I may do is I'm going to use this card and exhaust it to turn this into a 5, and then that gives me this for that. And then this 3 reroll, and it's a 4. That comes over here. And I'm up to 6. And 6 allows me to turn a die into anything I want, which is nice. That goes up 1, 2. That goes up 1. And what am I missing? This is done as well. Okay. Oh, okay. I'm going to spend another 2 points. I've got, what, 5 left? I need to score another column so I can get more stuff. All right. 2 is going to take a hit, but luckily 2 is face down at the moment. Okay, I've got some 2s. I can turn a 2 into anything I want. So I could make a 2 a 5. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use this ability to turn this 6 into a 5. And I'm going to use this ability and exhaust it to turn this 2 into a 5. So I have what? Yep. Bunch of 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to help me with this track, kind of, sort of. I've got a 3 and a 2 left. I'm going to re-roll them and see if I can get any 1s out of it. 2 and a 3. I got to assign one of them. And then 6. I'm going to have to assign it over here. Okay. This goes up by 2. This goes up by 1. All right. Do I want to turn in sets? I'm getting... These are the same color, unfortunately. So I would only get 1 point for each set at this point. Okay, I'm going to spend another 2 points and get more. I feel like that's the way to do this. Okay, 6, nothing hits, luckily. I can up the pip on a die by 1, so I could turn that into a 6, but then I run into... It's only 3 of a kind. I need to get more... I feel like I need to get more of these cards so I can keep going. This one I can put down there, and do I re-roll everything? 3, there's nothing I can take here. I'm just going to re-roll everything. It's going to pay me to do that. But I'm looking to get like 3 of a kind immediately, so I can possibly get another one. 2, 4, 4, 5, 6. I could make... yeah, I don't see a point in that either. 3, 4, 5, I could spend that to get 3, 4, 5, and that means 1, 1 turns into 2 1s. That might help me out down here. I feel like... not cool. 2 and 4. This allows me to re-roll a die 4 times, a single die. I don't know if I like that, but that would help me with my sets, actually. So I will do 2. This was a 2, and that's a 4, and I'm going to re-roll these. Come on, some 1s. And that was, what, here? My bad. If I gave myself another point, I apologize. I kind of misplaced where that was. 2 and a 6 is what I had. There's another 1, and I'm going to re-roll that. 6. Okay, that goes over here. That goes up by 1. 1, 2, 3. And I get to this card over here. And it's a 2 and a 4. Okay. All right, I have 3 victory points left. I'm going to spend this 2 over here. And I need to start using this right away so I can start cashing in on these sets. Okay, and there's another one. I will spend my 2 points to, last 2. 5 is going to take a hit. So that one. Okay, I've got 3 5s. That's promising. The problem is that I need to figure out a way to get one of these other ones to a 5. And I don't think I can do that. This lets me add but not subtract. That sucks. That should be like this. This lets me reroll dice. I can try and reroll one of these 4 times and hope to get a 5. I can also spend 2 to reroll 3. That would up my chances of getting 4 of a kind. I feel like we need to do that. I'm going to start with this card so I can start completing sets. So I'm going to re-roll this 2 1 time. Give me a 5. Yes! Perfect. That's 4 of a kind. And I think... Oh, man. Do I go for that one as well? That's good. All right, might as well since I'm here. I'm going to re-roll one of these 6s. 6. I'm going to re-roll one of these 6s. 2. I'm going to re-roll one of these 6s, and that exhausts the card. 6, of course. All right. Now, I could spend this in order to re-roll these 2, but chances are I'm not going to get it. So I will be stuck with this. And I've got 2 6s. I may just re-roll them and try and get a 1 out of that. There we go. We got a 1. I can score that. And then there's a 5 that I cannot assign. That's a kick in the teeth. I have to assign it over here. There's nothing I can possibly do. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to score that. There's 1 on here, so 10 divided by 2 is 5. I get 5 victory points. And, all right, so I've got 3 more turns worth of extra dice. And this is now done. All right, it goes away. And this goes up by 1. And I get this back. And I'm going to hold off on cashing a set in yet. I want to use this first before I do that. And it's thundering out there. If we lose power, I apologize. All right, so I'm going to cash in 2 victory points to use a 6th die. And the number 2 came up. I don't have to worry about a comet striking. Okay, again with the 5s. Or I can do 6s and then turn a 5 into a 6. So the question is, I need to get 4s and 5s before anything else. But I'd have to commit to a reroll over here to do that. Or do I play it safe and assign a bunch of dice here so that I can assign any die that I want? That's going to be tough. I can just do 3 of a kind and push that up and get more victory points. I feel like I need to save this but I need to get here first so I can get more points, I think. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to spend this to bump this up to a 6. And that way I can get 3 of a kind. 1, 2, 3, and that is exhausted completely. And with this, 2, 2, 5, I'm going to re-roll everything. Hope I get 3 of a kind. No. 3, 4, 5. Well, there's this over here. I think I'm going to do that. 3, 4, 5. Perfect. And any 1 I roll will turn into 2 ones. And that, I think, will help with this over here. So, end of round, I get that. And I get this card. And new one. Okay. I've got 2 victory points here. I'll cash in to get another die. Oh, boy. That's a 4. The 4 takes a hit. It's on 2. I need to get this done. I just don't see how I'm going to do it. And I have no 1s to assign. Oh, that sucks. I feel like I need to really just re-roll everything. Because I can't, like, lock dice away and then come back to them later. I have to assign stuff, like, now. And I need to get this done before that hits again. Oh, boy. Well, I guess I will assign 1 here. And hope to get a bunch of 1s. Get a bunch of 1s. There's 1 1. If I use that there, that brings to 2 1s. I may have to re-roll again. Oh, this is terrible. Oh. Getting this last one, these here are going to be near impossible to get. Okay. You know what? I feel like I need to risk it. I'm going to use my 3 dice reroll ability to reroll these here and try and get another 1 out of it. Come on, 1. Of course not. Why would I get a 1 for? That's just silly. All right, 2, 2, 3, 4, and a 1. Well, I'm going to place 1 over here and reroll all of these. There's another 1 that I can't do anything with. 1, 2, 3, 6. Yeah, it's not looking good, folks. I may have to just start pushing this again. Even 3 of a kind at this point is going to be tough. Okay, I'll just assign that over there, and come on, give me something good. 1, 2, 6. Nope. No, wow. Seriously? The 2s. What a kick in the teeth. Well, all of my dice went to that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm up to here. On my next turn, I can turn something into something for free. But if that 4 hits, I'm screwed. My last 2 victory points, I can always cash this in to get more if I need it. And it's a 6. Nothing happens. But look at this. Look at this. I will take this, and this. I cannot pass this up. I want to do the 4s, but I feel like I have to. I mean, when am I going to roll 5 of a kind again? I'm going to do... But here's the thing. If I assign this over here, which I have to, this goes up by 1, and I have to take a free card immediately. If I were to take a free card, what would I take? I need to cash in... It sucks, because I would have to cash in these 3. So I want to take something that's not blue or green. So it's going to be this or this is what I would get for free. I'm going to cash these in for, immediately, and that's 6 points. So that will last me another 3 rounds. And this was face down. So which of these 2 do I want? 2 dice to reroll or a plus or minus 1 2 times. I like that one. I'm going to take that one for free. Okay. It's still not looking good. This resets back to 0. And I have to pay 2 points to roll. 6, thank gosh, nothing. Okay, here we go. Okay. I can turn 1 1 into a 1, or 2 1s, and then another 1, and then, oof, this is not helpful. 2 4s, like this is not helpful. I could just do 3 of a kind for right now to try and get more points toward, like, because this is only going to last me 3 more turns. I need to get more points. So 1 1 6 is that one. That allows me to reroll dice, but I need to score. I need to get more. I think I might have to do this one. I'm going to do this card one time to get 3 of a kind. That would be... No, that's such a waste. I feel like that would be such a waste. Such a waste. And the numbers, as far as I know, don't wrap. So this 6 cannot become a 1. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I can do. I don't have a 3. I was going to turn like... Okay, yeah. So I was going to turn this into a 4 with this. And then... But still... Okay, I'm going to have to sign 1 die here, I think. And then just reroll everything. And hope that I get more dice that are compatible with each other. Okay, 1s... Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this 1 into 2 1s, and I'm going to use this twice to turn these into 1s. And I've exhausted both of these. And that's 4 of a kind right there. I still have these. And I don't think I can spend them anywhere, because none... Yeah, I have to put them over here. So that's 1, 2, 3... And this goes up by 1. So I'm almost there to completing that. I'm going to spend another 2 victory points to roll an extra die. And it's a 5. Oh my gosh. I have a 1 in 3 chance of losing now. I'm just saying, 1 in 3. 3 2s, huh? Okay. I feel like I need... I mean, I can re-roll some dice and hope I get a 4th 2. I'm gonna have to do that. I need to lower my odds. I'm gonna spend 3 points here to use my 2 ability and re-roll these. And it's a Hail Mary. It's a 1 in 6 chance, and of course I wouldn't get it. But I think I will have to do this here, and I'll just have to re-roll these. 3 4 5 1 3 6. Not helpful. All right. At this point, it doesn't matter. Yeah, these are all they have to be assigned there. 1 2 3, and then this goes up by 1. This is challenging. This is my last one. I may cash in. I've got 3 cards here. Yeah, I'm gonna cash them in of different colors, and that's 6 more points. So I have another 3 rounds, assuming I survive that. More than likely, yeah, it's done. I got a 4. Actually, if I wanted to play by my rules, I would cash in 5 points to protect that planet. But under normal rules, the game would be over at this point because the 3rd one had hit. Wow. Okay, so I kind of was almost there. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go, but I just wasn't getting those 4 or 5 of a kinds to make it work. Just for fun, I'm going to use my rolls and do that. Oh, I wouldn't have had it because I spent 2 points out of my 6, right? To roll. It doesn't matter. I lost. Okay. So there you go, folks. That was Cosmic Run, the solo version of the game. Again, I would suggest modifying this 2 ways. 1, to make the solo mode easier, I would find a balancing way, and I'm sure I could come up with something. But, like, find a way so that, based on the number of planets, have it so that, you know, you have to sum these values up to a certain amount before it guarantees a strike somewhere. I would prefer that over it always hitting, just because it's just brutal in solo mode. I would prefer that. The other thing I would suggest is, instead of it spending 5 points to protect the planet of your choice, well... I would say, I mean, you can still do that, but do it after your dice roll. So if I had rolled a 4 and I had 5 victory points over here, I could spend it to negate the loss. Those are the 2 ways I would modify the solo rules to make it more casual and more fun. As it stands, the default rules, you have to get very, very lucky. Well, there you go. That was Cosmic Run. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I happen to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.